This is the Medicine Hat and District Chamber of Commerce with your daily COVID-19 update for April 28th. Each year on this day, we observe the National Day of Mourning to honor and pay tribute to those who have lost their lives, have been injured, or suffered a work-related illness. In 2019, 165 Albertans either didn't make it home from work or succumbed to workplace illness or injury. These are parents, partners, siblings, sons, daughters, neighbors, and friends, and their absence leaves huge holes in many lives and throughout our communities. This day also serves as a reminder of the work being done by frontline workers. So make sure to thank and honor all essential workers who are helping provide critical services to our community during this very challenging time. Federal, provincial, and territorial governments have come together and agreed to a set of common principles for restarting the Canadian economy based on shared understanding and appreciation of what science and experts are telling us. The statement identifies the criteria that need to be in place before we can go back to work and school or see neighbors and friends. It acknowledges that provinces and territories will take different steps at different times in order to ease restrictions, reflecting the specific circumstances in each jurisdiction. The statement identifies four main principles, including taking a science and evidence-based approach to decision-making, coordination and collaboration between all jurisdictions, continued accountability and transparency of all governments, and flexibility and proportionality as information changes over time. The statement also identifies the criteria and measures that need to be in place in order to begin to take steps to restart the economy, including control of COVID-19 transmission so new cases are contained at a level that our healthcare system can manage. The Government of Alberta has introduced a new low modeling scenario. This new modeling continues to estimate that Alberta's outbreak will reach its peak in late May. Existing public health measures remain in place to stop the spread of COVID-19. The Canadian Chamber of Commerce issued a statement outlining 5 key considerations to help reopen the economy. We're asking for an all-hands-on-deck approach to ensure decision makers receive sound advice from a broad set of stakeholders. We need to learn from international best practices, knowing that many other economies around the world are ahead of Canada in their COVID-19 recovery. So we have the ability to draw upon lessons learned from both successful and unsuccessful processes in comparable jurisdictions. We need interprovincial alignment and minimal impact to businesses that operate across provincial boundaries. We need policies that maximize recovery, transitioning from immediate financial support programs to policies that will aid in a healthy and growing economy moving forward. And we need to reestablish global supply chains and the international trade that many businesses rely on. Through the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, previously self-employed individuals could not earn more than $1,000 in employment income. This has now been specified that business owners should consider their net pre-tax income in calculating their earnings for the CERB. Those who pay themselves through dividends are also now eligible for CERB as long as the dividends are non-eligible dividends. Non-eligible dividends count toward the minimum $5,000 in income required for eligibility, and non-eligible dividends also count toward the $1,000 income threshold for a benefit period. So you can find more information through the Q&A resource on CERB through our daily update. To help limit the number of Albertans who need to visit registry agents in person, the Government of Alberta is temporarily allowing registry agents to provide corporate registry services, personal property registry services, and select motor vehicle services by phone, secure email, fax, or mail. There were some important updates from our call with the Canadian Chamber of Commerce and the Minister of Economic Development and Official Languages today, which highlighted that the CWS should be in bank accounts by May 7th, with the applications being processed May 5th. We also sent a follow-up to her department staff to find out more details on the Regional Relief and Recovery Fund and when applications will start to be accepted, along with how the program criteria will be rolled out, so we'll keep you updated as we find out more. We were also advised through the call today that the Canada Emergency Commercial Rent Assistance Program will apply to both mortgaged and non-mortgaged properties, so we're seeking more information and clarification on those details as well. As the institutional representative of more than 45 million companies in over 100 countries, the International Chamber of Commerce launched a Save Our SME campaign to put an immediate focus on bringing attention to the scale of the effects of COVID-19 on small and medium-sized enterprises. This SOS aims to ensure that emergency measures and stimulus packages reach small businesses and their workers at the speed and scale required, and to provide the tools to SMEs to help them navigate this difficult period. As part of the campaign, the International Chamber of Commerce has released a call to action encouraging governments to ensure that stimulus efforts flow rapidly into the real economy and provide direct and immediate support to SMEs and their workers to ensure their continued operation. So you can read more in our daily update. And we do need to hear from you. Now that we're considering policies and programs for recovery, we need to know what issues will impact your company or sector as Canada begins to reopen. What kind of public health guidance are you going to require from government? Your insights will help the Canadian Chamber in their discussion with governments as we reopen the economy over the coming months. So we encourage you to submit your feedback to us at policy@medicinehatchamber.com, or you can submit your feedback directly to the Canadian Chamber of Commerce through our online link in our daily update. As always, we have upcoming webinars that you can register for to assist your business. The Canada Revenue Agency will be holding an interactive Q&A teleconference session for SMEs tomorrow on April 29th from 11 o'clock to 12:30 Mountain Standard Time about the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy. The session will respond to general questions about the CEWS program and will provide resources needed to apply. Participants will have the opportunity to submit their questions online. However, due to space limitations, the CRA is asking each organization to only have one person register and participate in the session, so you can register through the link in our daily update. IG Wealth is also providing a session on navigating COVID-19 economic volatility and government relief measures taking place on Saturday, May 2nd at 10 a.m. They'll discuss foundational investment principles that are important to your long-term financial well-being, both as a business owner and personally, so you can register through the link in our daily update. We hope, as always, that this information has been valuable to you, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.